Alright, bitches, we're back for some more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battles. So we got some new stuff going on, actually. We got a new banner related to the Universe 6 vs 7 tournament in Dragon Ball Super. We also have a story event for that same, saga. Universe 7 vs Universe 6 story saga. I actually want to finish up the Dragon Ball GT Black Star saga. Then we'll get into that Universe 6 vs 7 saga. I got a couple things to point out. First, I got Cabba from that story saga. He's already maxed out. And on top of that, I already have all of the medals necessary to awaken him. And then after that, we can turn him into this Super Saiyan Cabba, if it'll let me look at him. There we go. This card is actually not bad. Attack 50% when performing a super. So, I mean, he is kind of like a mid-tier SSR, which for a free card, they're not usually actually viable. Not to mention, he's got a lot of these Saiyan links. So he does fit pretty well on a tech team, actually. We'll Dokkan him after we use him in a match or two. Also, I believe I have about 17 of these Buhans here for our Buhan in the future. Let's see. No, we have 18. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I get 12 more and I'll be satisfied. 30 will definitely be enough to raise Buhan's super attack up to 10. It would have to be. We'll be pulling Buhan in the Rose Goku Black banner. I'm going to have like 1,000 stones, so I'm definitely walking out of there with Buhan, Omega Shenron, and Rose Goku Black. I'm already calling it now. I will say this. The drop rate on these fucking Buhans is so painful. I am talking, I've done this, I did the event, it's like 52 or 53 times or 54 times, something like that, and I've only got 18 of these motherfuckers. I mean, oh, it's so driving me crazy. One time I got a drop of 2 Buhans. That was fucking lit. The other thing that does suck is I actually don't have that many of the, what was I gonna say? The Buhan medal, still only at 70, so I've only beaten it 10 times. I gotta pick it up, but there's still over a week left where the event. I need something like 200 and something medals, but whatever. Okay, so today is a early Saturday morning, like 2 a.m. So that means that the LR Goku event is on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some awakenings first. I went right by him. Yeah, we want our fat Gotenks. We can go ahead and awaken him into his mini god lead fat Gotenks self right here. Pretty good, pretty good. He'll help the effort to get LR Goku in a second here. I actually got to shout out my boy D Monty Gaming again. I was playing around with LR Goku teams, and I saw a team he used, and I was like, oh shit, that is actually perfect. That will save a lot of valuable items, such as ghosts, senzu beans, dendays, and shit like that. So I'm gonna use pretty much the same team that he did. Now, that involves using Chilled as the leader. I'll show that in a second, the actual team. Now, this is a second Fat Gotenks I had farmed to get his super attack up to 15. And then while I was at it, I also farmed up a second Skinny Gotenks. So, we're going to take this Skinny Gotenks and the other Fat Gotenks, and then we're going to have both of the 2 Gotenkses with max super attack 15, which is, again, I'll say the word lit one more time. Alright, so there's our Fat Gotenks right there. So let's go ahead and grab... Oh, I got to unlock them. Silly me! I'm a silly boy, huh? Unlock you. And unlock you. It actually took a lot of grinding to get this done. Yeah, these motherfuckers. Oh, boy. Alright, hold on. Where are you? Went right by him again, didn't I? Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh, no! There you are. Okay. 100%. Love seeing that. And bam! We're gonna get that solid 5. Let's just give him a bunch of the red Z swords. I have so many of these, and I've been using a bunch of them. Because sometimes that Buhan event drops them. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just use these since I have hundreds and millions of them. Alright, so now this bad boy has his max super attack level. I think for him, it just does increased damage. Yeah, super attack has become more powerful. Nothing crazy there. Now, Skinny Gotenks, on the other hand, when we get his super attack maxed out, he actually has a really awesome effect for his. Bam, there we go. Thank you. Bam, beating yourself. Beating your own ass. There you go. Yeah, Skinny Gotenks is beating his meat right there. Okay, boom. Alright, now now he'll be able to do super attack at 9 key rather than 12 key like normal. So that's pretty useful. So now both of those two mini god leaders, as they're called, they're both ready, you know, max super attack to like maybe lead some like mini god teams that I can do. Now that team I'm going to be using for the LR Goku event is this right here. I was thinking about maybe tossing 16 as a leader, just to try and get, like, more health and defense and stuff. That's what I was gonna do, and then bring, like, a King Vegeta friend. But then I saw, again, I'll shout him out again, my boy D Monty, that Chill does intelligence and physical type. So, I'm getting a huge boost to HP and attack right here. So this will make the fight go by way quicker, and then with the added health, we'll be good. Now, the other thing is this last slot, I mean, there's not anyone you really could toss in there that'll do that much good for you. I mean, let's think about it. Like, you could toss in, like, fucking... wait, hold on. We're gonna bring... I'm building a team for when we're gonna do this Black Star Dragon Ball Saga here. We're gonna bring Vegito, and we're gonna bring Golden Frieza, and then we'll test out some other units. Now, let's bring Cabba. I want to bring that Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku. I also want to bring Fat Gotenks. Where are you at? And I have all these Buhans down here. Let's just bring one of these fucking Buhans. Whatever, right? Okay, but anyway. Yeah, that Fat Gotenks in that 6th slot on the LR Goku team will be a lot better, because none of the other, like, available units you could put there can really do that much. I mean, Jackie Chun could seal, but it sometimes it's hard to get that off. Yeah, there's the Universe 6 Saga, I guess is what they're gonna call it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and knock out the Black Star GT Saga. Now, of course, I already basically have done everything that I need to do here. We'll bring 2 Vegetos, because we're gonna take this serious. Let's bring that, and then bam, bam, bam. Okay. Now, I definitely wanted to use Cabba a couple times before we Dokkan him. And here we go. This is going to start at Episode 1 of Dragon Ball GT. Goku training with Oob on top of Kami's Lookout in the Heavenly Realm here. I guess I'll go ahead and grab some more of these spots right here. There's not really anything left that I want to buy in the actual shop. However... eventually this story event will come back with, you know, more Elder Kais and shit. So any of these, you know, metal apples that I farm up now will, you know, help out. Of course, those 2 old Kais I got from this, I'm saving them. I'm probably going to end up using them on the LR androids. We'll see, though. We'll definitely see. Okay. So, ooh, take a look at that. Let's do it like this. Actually, no, fuck it. Goku, go ahead. Bam. This is only just one fight against this Oob, so it's not like I'm like, oh no, I better play this super careful right now. Like, let's just blow this dude the fuck away. Also, with the way some of the leaks for Dragon Ball Super have been lately, it looks like there's a chance we might get into a time skip and maybe we'll see Oob pretty soon. It's possible. Well, I don't know, because I gotta imagine that the universe survival arc is probably gonna last a long time. So maybe we won't be seeing Oob anytime soon. Alright, so we're gonna be able to see Cabba's special. That's pretty fucking ballin' right there. Alright, and let's go ahead and force it up. You know what? Since we're gonna see Cabba's attack right here, I'll probably just Dokkan him into his Super Saiyan form as soon as we're done with this fight. I mean, fucking, why not, right? And wha-bam. Bye, Oob. Vegito will definitely finish him off if Cabba doesn't. And I don't believe Cabba's gonna. Eat this! Gallic Cannon. I wonder in... Oh, nice. Okay, good shit, Cabba. I wonder if in the Japanese version, it's called the Gallic Hoe. You know, the Gallic Hoe, of course, that's the Japanese name for the Gallic Gun. What I'm saying is, you know, Vegeta's attack is the Gallic Gun, but they call it Gallic Cannon right there. I wonder if in the Japanese version, Cabba's attack is called the exact same thing that Vegeta's is, which is the Gallic Hoe. Which is funny because in Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta uses the Gallic Gun. Does he use it twice? I think he uses it once against Frieza. I'd actually have to go back and look at that, but I think he does use it against second form Frieza. Or, excuse me, I meant final form Frieza. Because he used it against Goku. And then I believe it's a filler-only scene in the anime where second form Cell uses the Gallic Gun against Vegeta. That's why I got mixed up with second form Frieza. But in Dragon Ball Super, there has been fucking 500 uses of the Gallic Gun. Trunks has used it a ton of times. Vegeta used it. Cabba obviously used it. Dragon Ball Super, they're using all of the special attacks so much. It's great. I do love that. Because in Dragon Ball Z, like, a lot of those signature techniques were used one time and then never used again. Like Piccolo's Special Beam Cannon. In the manga, it's only used one time. And then every single villain in anime, like, filler scenes uses it. I say filler because, I mean, technically that's what it's describing, but it is all awesome. Like when Gotenks Boo uses it, or the Cell Juniors use it, or Perfect Cell uses it. You guys get it. Even First Form Cell. Alright, so they do skip it over. They don't really show us Pilaf or anything, but obviously this is how one way you could tell that Dragon Ball GT is no longer canon and doesn't really fit into the same timeline as Dragon Ball Super. And that's Pilaf, Mai, and Shu are old. Very, very old. Like, you see Mai as a granny and shit. Not, you know, catching D from Trunks like she is in Dragon Ball Super. Well, that's a different timeline. But, you know, we saw that Mai, Pilaf, and Shu, they're extremely young in the normal Dragon Ball Super timeline. And then what happens is they accidentally, you know, wish for Goku to become a child again, which is kind of dumb, and it's probably a poor decision by Toei Animation to turn Goku back into a child, honestly. I would have to imagine that's one reason Dragon Ball GT did not do as well as its predecessors, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and already I think it's pretty safe to say that Dragon Ball Super is more popular and doing better than Dragon Ball GT, although I would say there's a debate there to be had on what exactly is better, Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball GT. Had they finished the Trunks arc strong, really, really strong, I would have pushed Super ahead of GT, but right now, I actually kind of feel like they're pretty much neck and neck. I've always felt that Dragon Ball GT is highly, highly underrated. People think of it much more negatively than they probably should. Okay, so before we hop into that, let's go ahead and awaken our boy Cabba here. Bam, I went ahead and grinded up these medals. So wabam, wabam, and Dokkan awaken. It actually did not take that long to grind up Cabba's super attack. Getting the 10 drops was pretty painless. I think there might have only been like 2 fights where I didn't actually get the Cabba drop. And twice I got 2 Cabbas. So, I mean, I don't know if they turned up the drop rates or what, but it was pretty painless, which is awesome. It seems like the newer the event, the better the drop rate is. Now, obviously, they intentionally made that Buhan drop rate a little lower than normal, obviously, because you're using it to power up a God card. They don't want to make it too easy, so I'm really not that upset. Because of the fact that we're using this to power up a fucking God card, I understand if the drop rate's going to be a little low. That's fine. But, like, go to the old event, like that, you know, the first Cooler movie event. There's a cooler you can get in there, but the drop rate is the fucking worse. It is so damn bad that, like, there's no point even going for it. If you do 50 attempts on that stage in the Strongest Rivals event, you might get 1 drop. So, like, that's just unacceptable. Especially because that card is trash, man. Alright, and here we get to definitely the biggest problem with Dragon Ball GT is this opening Black Star Dragon Ball arc, which is basically like the worst anime tropes you can get into. Each episode is kind of a drag, especially like once we get into the Para Para brothers with their dancing, or even where we are right now on this planet full of merchants that are constantly trying to sell everything to Goku, Trunks, and Pan. And I don't know, it just doesn't work because of how strong Goku, Trunks, and Pan are. Like, they can solve, like, every problem that's presented to them in this saga in seconds, but they never fucking do it, and it's annoying. And the worst part about making Goku a child is he no longer is able to use the instant transmission for no reason. They give just as much reason for Goku not being able to use the instant transmission as they give for Vegito defusing in Dragon Ball Z. Now, obviously, you know, by the time Dragon Ball Super is out now, we have a retcon that explained that. But back in Dragon Ball Z, Goku just goes, the atmosphere must be bad in here or something. And that is it. That's the entirety of the explanation you get. No boom magic, no special spell, no garbage, no stomach acid. Goku goes, the atmosphere is pretty bad in here, and that's all you fucking get. And that's pretty much the same thing. My child body seems like I can't do the instant transmission. Oh well. And then, of course, once he goes Super Saiyan 4, they're like, yeah, we're gonna make him adult again during Super Saiyan 4, and we're also gonna let him use all his techniques again. Thank God. Seems it's been erased from your arsenal. Okie dokie, kids. Alright, so let's get to this hustling. Oh boy. I remember doing this stage a lot. This is actually the stage where the GT Goku drops. And I remember this drop rate being pretty bad. Now, General Rildo, his drop wasn't bad at all. But this GT Goku, I definitely was struggling to get him. I absolutely, clearly, and vividly remember that. I was just thinking, man, I can't fucking wait to get the Super Saiyan 4s here in this game. And it's still going to be a while because even in the Japanese version of the game, I don't know if they're even on the horizon yet. Clearly, they're saving the Super Saiyan 4s for like a big event. The Japanese version is closing in on its 2-year anniversary, so maybe we might see like Super Saiyan 4 Goku for that, but I don't know, we'll see. Also, I'm going to be so curious to see how powerful they are, because right now I'm aiming to make a villain team for sure, but, you know, all of a sudden I'm going to be like, fuck that villain team once, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta comes out and he's literally the best card in the game, which I think is canon. I think Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is stronger than, like, any character. Although we haven't really seen the Great Priest or the High Priest or the Grand Priest, however you want to call him, Whis' father. We haven't seen him get to action in Dragon Ball Super. Although a special fuck you to all the YouTubers and their bullshit lately with, oh, you know, Grand Priest, Whis' father goes evil and is the villain of the Universal Survival Arc. Like, yeah, there's people who can do, like, you know, videos like that, but actually, like, have, like, proper discussions, not just clickbait bullshit. There's nothing worse than clickbait bullshit. Nothing. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have Vegito knock, Actually, because I just realized, like, Cabba is level 1, and Buhan is not too many levels higher, so both of these boys are kind of a hindrance to me right now. I'm gonna do this. And Buhan, I don't think Buhan's gonna be able to get a super, so we're not even gonna try it. And Cabba is also probably not gonna be able to get a super, so we'll just attack and we'll move on to the next stage. Now, specifically what I meant by that is, like, the clickbaiting in, like, the anime community has gotten, like, really, really atrociously bad. Like, it's almost disgraceful. Like, I do like a lot of the, you know, top, like, some of the, anime guys who don't do that. Like, I really respect them a lot, because I do understand the temptations to go do, like, clickbait stuff, because, you know, it is a business for a lot of these guys. You know, they are trying to make money. I understand that. But there is a level where it just gets scummy. And I've seen way too many pictures, like these crazy fan-made drawings of, you know, the Daishinkan is what he's called in the Japanese version, of him, like, cock fucking diesel, like, standing up really tall, like, you know, beating everyone's ass. I've seen a lot of pictures of that, and it's like, I mean, they've given us no hints that he's gonna be a villain at all. Maybe the way that one trailer for the Universal Survival arc is framed, where he's walking down the center of a hall and all of the gods of destruction and the Kaioshins are kneeling in front of him, it does kind of frame him as, like, this scary, intimidating figure, but I don't think he's going to be the villain. I mean, we'll see. It would be cool, I guess, if Whis' father turned out to be the villain, but Whis specifically stated that they were neutral, so we'll see, we'll see. Also, I don't want to talk over this bad boy right here, Legic. This guy is probably the best thing that happens in the early portions of Dragon Ball GT. Also, I think I can get Buhan's ultimate right here. Although Vegito might finish him. Who do we have coming up next? Cabba. Let's... You know what? Fuck it. Let's just use him. I think Vegito is going to finish Legic off here, though. Now, in GT, Goku does have a pretty good fight with Legic, honestly. That's just... No, I do have enough. That's just compared, of course, to a lot of the other episodes early in GT. Like, that's basically the only real fight that Goku and Trunks have. Basically until they start fighting the doll fuckers. Taki and Lude and all that garbage. Oh, don't worry. Those stages are in here, so I'll have plenty of shit talking I can do about that shit. Yeah, the doll stuff was just not great. And Pan, another complaint a lot of people have about GT is Pan. Now, I will say this. Yeah, that's going to take him down. Yeah, I wasted all those items. Oh, well. Pan does get quite annoying at times. I will say, I thought she was a little worse in the English version. She's not quite so annoying in the Japanese version, but, I mean, her character usage is not great. Once they get to Planet M2, you know, Giro's home planet and where General Rildo is and stuff, they tone Pan way down, and she's a much more interesting character. I know also another thing that a lot of people do. Oh yeah, I think Legic also is familiar with the Saiyans, by the way. But another thing that people really don't like about GT is the fact that they don't let Pan become Super Saiyan, and I would have to agree with that. I think one of the best things Dragon Ball Super could do would be to give us a Super Saiyan Pan. I actually think that would be a very strong thing if they introduced that somehow. And I can't imagine anyone being upset about a Super Saiyan Pan showing up. That would be fucking dope as shit. Alright, so Giru eats their Dragon Ball radar, and then he basically is able to implement that into his system. So Giru basically becomes the fucking Dragon Radar that they're using. Now, I do have to say, I've heard a lot of people say they don't like Giru. I actually do like Giru. One thing I do not like C-3PO and R2-D2 in the Star Wars movies, I never understood the obsession with them. I always thought they were annoying. Anytime they're on screen, they're taking away from the cool fucking characters like Obi-Wan or Luke. You know, lightsaber battles could be happening right now, and instead we're following around these dumbass robots. But, funny enough, in Dragon Ball GT, I do like Giru. So I guess that probably makes me a little bit of a hypocrite, because I would have to imagine they're going for a Star Wars type vibe with Giru. Like, 100%. 100%. Because, you know, the Japanese, they are so, like, inspired by all of the, like a lot of those American movies, Star Wars movies, Resident Evil, shit like that. We'll knock out one more before we finish up for today. Still want to get that Buhan super attack. I really want to use them. Alright, so, yeah, oh boy, here we go. This is, again, another example of horrible filler. They touched down on this planet right here with Zunama, who... It looks like he's creating earthquakes with his whiskers, but as you find out, he's actually able to, like, sense or predict when an earthquake is coming when his whiskers shake, but the village people thought that he was making the earthquakes happen by making his whiskers shake, and they totally recycle the, you know, what is it, episode 5 of Dragon Ball? It might be episode 4. Yeah, I think it's episode 4 of Dragon Ball. They totally recycle it, and they have, Trunks dressed up like a girl to try and lure Zunama in, just like they had Goku do all those years ago. It's like, wow, okay. So we're actually doing this, huh? We're gonna have Trunks dress up like a girl. Oh boy, if only Super Saiyan Rage Trunks from the future could see you now. Oh no. Oh no. This is not very becoming of a warrior. Oh boy, could you imagine if Vegeta saw this bullshit that Trunks was forced to undergo? Needless to say, he would not be happy. Alright, yeah, least of all runts like you. I'm so mad. Earthquake time. Alright, so we're gonna fight this motherfucker Zunama here. One thing I do like that they went through all the trouble of putting all of these, like, ridiculous characters in here, though. You know what? Fuck it. We're just blowing him away with Vegito. I absolutely must use that Buhan super attack during this story event, but we still have like 7 stages left. And bye, bitch. I suppose I could just... Maybe I could bring like a character, a Vegito that's not maxed out. That might help a little bit. Because right now, super attack level 10 Vegito is gonna like one-shot everything. Alright, so what happens here is, you know, it's literally the exact same setup as a long time ago with Oolong, except this time, these fucking cocksuckers show up and steal the Dragon Ball from Goku and the gang, and then they fly off. And at first, you're like, oh shit, are these some powerful warriors? But it's like, no, absolutely not. All that happens is this leads, again, to another horrible episode of Dragon Ball GT. I have been very critical of it so far, but I mean, listen, that's what you gotta do. You know, I will praise Dragon Ball GT a lot through various videos. I believe I praised it a lot in my Xenoverse playthrough. But, you know, we're going through this Black Star Dragon Ball Saga, and listen, there's a lot of flaws in there for sure. What is that? Oh, you know what this might be? I think that's for completing 240 missions? Between January 1st and January 15th. I think that's what that is. Yeah, it is. Oh, nice. Yes. 3,000 Baba points, man. That's good. That's good. I absolutely will gladly accept that. 300 times and we get that delicious 10 Dragon Stones. You know what I don't think I ever mentioned, even though you guys could have seen it? This is the last thing and then we're going to end the video. I actually increased my character roster up to 200 because I'm going to be carrying around so many of these Buhans up until we actually pull Buhan later on, though. Alright, though, bitches. That's it for now. Next time, we will continue the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga. Unfortunately, a lot more bad moments we gotta go through, but the ending of it is where it gets into some really solid shit that I really like a lot, and I'll explain why it's pretty good. But...